Now, what the hell am I supposed to do with my life? After I go to a YMDC, I need to get my anxiety right, okay? It's a popular disorder, which is usually misunderstood and misdiagnosed. And here to give us some tips on how to deal with anxiety is the author of What the Hell Am I Supposed to Do with My Life? Krystal Chong, big up yourself. How are you?
Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. You were diagnosed with anxiety at 14.
Yeah.
That is rough. How did you manage that at 14? A teenager going through all the other trials of life.
Well, it seemed normal to me because I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder when I was 14, but it's something that I was born with. If you have general anxiety disorder, you're born with it.
Which means what? What are your behavioral patterns like?
So that means that, like, just naturally, biochemically, your body just, like, lives in a constant state of anxiety, which sounds pretty intense, but it is pretty intense. And anxiety and depression are two separate things, but when you live in a constant state of anxiety, you get depressed because your body is just like, oh my God, I can't deal with this every day. Right. So I became depressed also, and as I got older, it got worse because I didn't know how to manage it. And it got to a point where it got really bad, and then one night it was just really difficult, and I was like, I cannot live like this. And at the same time, I was like trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do with my life, and so I went on the journey that's in my book. And through that journey, it sort of taught me how to, I learned things that allowed me to live more peacefully with that anxiety and the depression.
All right, we need to go there, because a lot of people are living in a world where they are anxious, you know, it's too much. They do get depressed. You had suicidal thoughts as well, which many people watching, I'm sure, have been through. But we need to work out, through your book, Krystal, which is a fun and friendly guide to finding your magic, your purpose, and yourself.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
I love them something else. And you're a motivational speaker, and, you know, as somebody who has to, myself, work with a lot of people, and even finding my own self every day, I'm very excited about this book.
Cool.
But I need you to share some little bits with me, some nuggets from the book, as to how do we manage our anxiety, our stress, our daily trials.
Okay, so I have a lot of things that I want to share, but obviously I have a little bit of time, so I only have 3 things that I'm going to share.
Okay.
And the third thing is what I'm most excited about, so I want to get to the first 2 quickly.
Go.
And just to preface this, since I went on my journey and I learned the things that I learned that I use to manage my anxiety, I have not had a major depression in over 8 years.
Great.
And I've been off medication, anxiety medication, for more than 3 years, and I happier, and I feel more peaceful than even when I was on the medication.
Lovely.
So I'm really excited about the natural approach to this.
I didn't even get there, that you were diagnosed and you had to, you were prescribed as well, medication. So you're off of that.
Yeah.
This is good.
Okay.
So let's get through those 3 things, girl.
So really quickly, the first thing is, I think I don't have a lot of time, so maybe we should just get to the one thing that I really want to talk about.
No, man, go through the first 2, man. Make it 10, don't worry. Quickly. Let's go. First one.
Okay, the first one is what you put in your body. So your body's basically one big chemical reaction happening all the time. And depending on what you put in it determines how you feel. So, you know, there's basic things like processed food. Coffee is a big anxiolytic. Sugar, alcohol, and it's not to cut out everything, because that's sometimes not possible for some people, but to limit it to a point that's manageable for you.
Okay.
And so what I recommend is doing a food and mood journal, where you journal how you feel before you eat something, what you eat, and how you feel afterwards.
Ooh.
And then you'll see what foods you're eating and how it makes you feel. The second thing is to, you know, look at your lifestyle. So today we live in a world that has evolved in a great way because we have access to a lot of things, and we are able to do things quickly, but we're living in a way that's unnatural for us as animals and as humans. We live in a concrete box, we work on a computer, we don't get much activity. So try to incorporate more activity into your life, and it's good to do that with friends, because we need more community. That's how humans develop. So if you go on a hike together, try and be more in nature, and integrate it in a regular way, so that it kind of gets you back on a balanced place on an ongoing basis.
All right, let's get to the third one now.
The third thing, which is my favorite thing, is how to outsmart your brain chemistry. So basically, this is like, for me, this is like game changer. But it's a little complicated, so you have to like focus on the explanation. So when you think an anxious thought, the thought activates a thought. The part of your brain that thought activates is your amygdala, and that produces adrenaline. So essentially, thinking anxious thoughts kind of feels good to your body, which is why people do it so often, because it's kind of stimulating you. When you think, I don't want to think this anxious thought, the part of your brain that's activated by that thought produces no feel-good chemicals. So we're biologically incentivized to think anxious thoughts, which is kind of depressing, but it's not really depressing because there's one part of your brain that's activated by a certain thought that is the only part of your brain that produces more feel-good chemicals than the part of your brain that's activated by thoughts of anxiety. And guess what that part of your brain is activated by? Thoughts of gratitude. Which sounds simple, like if I'm grateful, have a happy life, but it's actually like a biochemical thing that happens to you when you think thoughts of gratitude. So for me, I developed a guided gratitude meditation, which combines principles in neuroscience with spirituality. And I have a free download on my website, krystalchong.com.
That's KRYSTALCHONG.com.
And it teaches you how to use it. And so just very briefly, in like 30 seconds, I'll just give a rundown. So for instance, if I'm feeling like anxious, I'm nervous to be on this interview, then I'll be like, okay, I'm breathing in. I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk to people about something I'm really passionate about. Breathing out, I release any fears of messing things up.
Right.
Breathing in, I'm grateful that I can be aware of my weaknesses.
Yes.
Breathing out, I release trying to control or to feel bad about being perfect if I'm not perfect.
Right. Oh no, you no one is you. And that is your power, says Dave Grohl. This book looks fabulous. I can't wait to read it.
The book is more about finding your purpose, but along the way you learn a lot of ways to be happier within yourself.
And to manage this stuff. It's not easy. Not everybody knows. So there you go, Krystal. It's krystalchong.com. The book is out on Amazon, right? And it's in stores. So people, get the book. What the hell am I supposed to do with my life? She's found her purpose. She's been on a healing journey. And we can all learn something, yeah? So breathe in. I give thanks for the opportunity to share Krystal's greatness with you. Breathe out. More on Smile Jamaica after the break. Breathe in. I'm going to get my isolation going at Yendi's dance class tonight. So many great things happening. More on Smile after the break. What the hell am I supposed to do with my life?